I just wanted to answer a few questions that you've been asking me through comments. So first of all, who am I? Well, you know me, I'm Jon Binnie. I write a song every day. I'm thinking about whether I should write a song every day and maybe go for the Guinness Book of Records for the most songs, whilst I still have enough years to be able to achieve it. I think it's above 1,000, but I need to find out the details. You also asked me, where do I get my inspiration for my songs? So every morning, just like this morning, I sit down and I meditate. I go through, and I could do a guided meditation, so if you want me to do a guided meditation, please let me know, and I'll see how I could set that up. I've never done one before, but I'd be more than happy to record what I go through. But as a practice, it's kind of a mix of what I've picked up over the years. And what this allows me to do is basically just sit down, calm, clear my mind, and then go through a process of really picking up what the universe has to say to me that day. And then I take that message and it kind of comes through me. It feels a bit like your imagination talking to you and giving you some inspiration. And then really I just say those out loud, and I use those to usually drive like the chorus and some of the verse of a song. Sometimes I get like almost a full song coming through, and sometimes it's just parts of it. So yeah, that's my process, and it's a really weird experience. I often get scared about not going to be able to write the song that day, and usually, in fact always, I can. It's almost like there's an infinite amount of creativity out there in the universe, and you just need to tap into it and let it flow through you. So why do I write songs? I write songs to help raise the love vibrations of people like you, and I want to raise the love vibrations of billions of people around the world. It's certainly a journey. Like, I absolutely love the experience, like, you know, today, like this moment, this here and now, the feeling I get when I create a song. I've just created 3 songs and I can't wait to share them, and then I go through the cycle of, you know, hearing people's feedback, and then I look forward to creating more. And I want to, you know, bring out the fun in other people. I want to really help them create, help them tap into their creativity. You know, this life is not a competition. It's about everybody being able to create at their full potential and really, you know, unlock themselves. Yes, I do very much like collaborating with people. I love collaborating, if I can say the word, with everyone. So everything from like, you know, painters, like artists, through to poets, people that want to sing and play guitar or just dance, or, you know, all of the above. I absolutely love all of that, and it's such a magical experience to do it, to be able to do it online with anyone in the world, and I also get to do it sometimes in the real world as well. So yeah, I do have a playlist which I can add to the description of this video of all the collaborations I've done so far, and I just can't wait to keep doing more and more. Like, I really feel like when you collaborate with someone, you kind of spark off each other, and you just get an even you know, better outcome than just the sum of your 2 parts. So yeah, absolutely. And if you're not sure how to go about doing it, technology is getting kind of simpler and simpler, and it's different for different people. But yeah, you can just email me at my email's in the description, and we can chat about how simple it is to get started. So yeah, you have nothing to fear and only to gain. So it's an absolute magical experience, and I'd love to collaborate with you if you're interested. How do I record my music? Well, at the weekends, I'm super blessed to have a studio at home, which is a garage conversion. I get up early before my family wake up, and I meditate for 5 minutes. From that inspiration I get through from the universe all around me, I then sit down for takes about half an hour typically to work out the chords on my guitar, and I record the song kind of end to end. Like, it usually takes me just a bit of time to practice it to get it right, and then after the first hour or so, I then start adding extra layers. So you can see in my description, I always add the gear that I use for music recording, and my mixing desk, which is a Tascam DP24, which is a 24-track recorder. I can then add additional layers, and that allows me to put on like backing vocals, bass. I have an electric drum kit, really anything that I want to add to the song. And so yeah, then I just mix it all down, and then I also record video at the same time on my phone or on my camera. Again, the links are in the description, and what I do is just bring them together in Kinemaster, which is a phone app I use for all of my video editing on my Android phone. Kinemaster is absolutely fantastic. It's quite simple to use, and then I just connect up the audio that I have from my mixing desk, and I do that with the video, and that's it. Bring the song together and mix it, and then upload it to YouTube. So yeah, that whole process to create the song takes about 2 hours, and then on and off through the day, probably another hour or two to do the video editing, and that's what I typically do at the weekend. So that's how I do it. Please share with me like how you do it, and if you have any feedback about mine, I'd love to hear it. Thank you. How did I awaken? It's a really, really good question. I think more recently, when I hear the answer from other people, I hear that they've had kind of awakenings through their lifetime. I've certainly had some amazing experiences through my life, and more recently, in about the last 2 years, so coming up for November, it will be 2 years since I attended like a Kundalini yoga session, and I'd never been to one before. I went with my friend and my daughter, and that really opened my mind. It made me realize that meditation is super powerful, that you can really explore this kind of inside universe and outside universe, and that there's a lot more to it, and I really wanted to find out more. And I wouldn't describe myself as religious, but I would describe myself as spiritual. And so I do pick up lots of different kind of practices. Some are from religions and some are not. And I'd give that same advice to everyone. You know, what resonates with your heart is a great way of building up your kind of own spirituality and what you want to do. And so the people I tend to connect with the most tend to be more open and often going through a journey, right? This is all a journey for everybody, and there's no right or wrong. So yeah, since the last couple of years, you know, I've stopped drinking alcohol, or if I do, it's like, you know, I can only really cope with like have one beer or something and I start to feel dizzy. And meat, like almost cut it out over periods, have cut it out. And I also super love vegan food, and yeah, I feel, you know, fitter, stronger. I feel so much healthier. I feel so much more alive. I just feel fantastic. And so yeah, that's my awakening.